What's up, guys? This is Storm, and welcome to another episode of Storm Gaming News Week. This is episode 67, and we got a lot of news to go over. So, without further ado, let's get on with the news. We got some brand new information for God of War Laufey, and it reads it will be much more extensive adventure than God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. Some characters that Kratos eliminated in the past could return in some form. I believe that was some people was kind of saying since the Everwind is the afterlife of the gods, so potentially we could run into like Zeus, Ares, Heimdall, Apollo, Hermes, etc. All those type of gods we could potentially run into. I am kind of curious with will we also be able to see Titans like maybe Gaia and Kronos? But if this is only for the realm for gods, I kind of doubt that then. They said several figures from the saga of both Greek mythology and Norse mythology could return to star in the new series. So we could potentially see, yeah, like basically what we said. And maybe judging how God War ended with how Thor and Kratos was, maybe Faye could probably team up with Thor. Hey, you never know. The game's concept art contains clues about the Everwind and about some key plot events. Basically, it show like the picture pretty much show like that looks to be Greek structure. So kind of pretty much on the nose, we could eventually run into the Greek pantheons. But until we see for sure, it's up in the air. But it would be really amazing if they do make a comeback in some shape or form. Saber Interactive was in the middle of making an Avatar The Last Airbender AAA game, but unfortunately, it is no longer in development. It says it was going to follow a brand new Avatar living thousands of years before Aang. Paramount says it doesn't mean you won't get a AAA Avatar game at some point, but it might come in a different iteration. So basically, they was gonna make Avatar: The Last Airbender game focusing on a brand new character that takes place 1,000 years before Aang was born. To be honest, that would have been an interesting concept, like getting to see an avatar during the cycle, one of the avatars during the cycle before Aang. So I am kind of curious how would that story would have went, but unfortunately we not gonna get that anytime soon. Granted, they're not saying we will never get a game from that universe, but will we get one anytime soon? Not really. So here's hoping we could probably get something, but we'll see. We'll see. We got a small little detail from Amy Hennig's studio, who are currently making Marvel 1943: The Rise of Hydra. In an interview with IGN, they said Marvel 1943: Rise of Hydra has been delayed to 2027 at the earliest. It's happening, it's playable, it's on my hard drive right now. Amy Hennig and the team have big ambition for the level of quality that they want to hit. So, Marvel 1943. I think the only thing I could take away from this, like, it's not canceled at least. But yeah, I think this is like what the third delay that it had. 'Cause I believe at some point did say it was gonna release in 2025. One of those things. No. This is its second delay. Yeah, because it was announced for 2026. No, wait, was it? No, third delay, third delay. Now, all right, now it's not too bad. It was in 2025. There was nothing announced for it. Like it was supposed to come out. They got delayed to 2026 at the early 2026, I believe. They got delayed indefinitely, but it's still like had hopes that it was going to release in 2026, but now is being delayed to 2027, and apparently there is some playable form of it stuff. I remember there was like a leak video of like an early build of it, of how the gameplay will look and stuff. But we need to see officially how the gameplay looks, because like you got Cab, Black Panther, you got a U.S. soldier, and one of the guards from the door Milaje. So it's like, are you still gonna be playing all four of those characters and stuff? Because honestly, like for a game like this, I only want to play as Cap or Black Panther. I don't care about the other characters, but that's just me and stuff. Well, here's hoping that the game will get polished and stuff for 2027 release and stuff. Like since the Xbox Showcase, we got nothing from Blade, and Marvel 1943 was a no-show also. So pretty much this year, the only Marvel games that we're getting is Marvel Tokon and Marvel Wolverine. So, but you never know. They might show something at the Game Awards if they could put something together to show off to the fans. But we'll see. An industry insider who goes by the name of Jordan Miller suggests a new Uncharted title remains on the way. He said Uncharted, obviously a new Uncharted is coming. Like it's on the way, but they left Uncharted at its peak and didn't do a new one for a long time. Um Definitely bad wording how he said this and stuff, but like would would we be okay with another Uncharted story? Honestly, like it could work, especially if they use a different character. Because I believe the story of Nathan Drake is finished. Like I don't know what more you can add to his story, especially after Uncharted 4. But I guess I can understand. I did hear somebody said they came out with like a idea, like let's say his daughter was on some type of adventure and she's in trouble and stuff, and Nathan comes back to save her and stuff. I did saw something like that, but it's like kind of cliche. But I could honestly see them doing something like that. But I honestly don't really know how will a new Uncharted go unless they focus on like Chloe and stuff, like focus Uncharted story involving her and stuff. And I could honestly see them remaking the first three Uncharted games, like not just like a remaster, like remake like graphic styles and the gameplay mechanic, like how Uncharted 4 was, but keep the story beat the same. Like Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 will probably look really amazing in the Uncharted 4 engine, especially the certain set pieces that those games had. So I can honestly see them doing that also. So I am pretty curious if this does turn out to be true, but we'll see. According to the PlayStation Store, apparently there's gonna be a port for Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 to be released on the PS4 and PS5. It said it's not gonna be a remaster, So it's just simple ports of the Black Ops 1 and 2 games, which is not surprising, but at the same time, it is. I kind of figured they would do a remaster for it, but the fact they're just doing a straight port, kind of curious how would that play and stuff. Because I believe Black Ops 1 and 2 kind of pretty much holds up today and stuff. I am kind of curious as how much is going to be separately, or if they would do a bundle. So far, there haven't been any reports when is this going to be a thing. We just got have to wait and see at this point. So we'll find out probably in the coming months if this actually does turn out to be true, but we'll see. PlayStation has announced the catalog that you'll be getting for the month of June for PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium members. You will get Final Fantasy 16, Sonic X Shadow Generations, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Life is Strange, Double Exposure, Farming Simulator 25, and Blades of Fire. And the game that you will get for Classic is Guitaro. Overall, that is a pretty good lineup of games and stuff. Probably good check out Kingdom Come Deliverance because this pretty much everybody loved the second one, and also the Sonic X Shadow Generations. So if any of these games caught your eyes, they'll be up to download on Plus on June 20th. So if you're looking forward to them, here's your chance now to get them. We got some brand new information involving the Final Fantasy 7 Revelation, and is broken down into categories. When it comes to story and choices, player choices will significantly alter the story and individual experience, though the game builds towards one definitive, confident conclusion. Core theme of the game is resolve, concluding the decade-long remake journey. Okay, if I remember right, this Final Fantasy VII was revealed at Sony E3 conference in 2015. Zack gets increased screen time and plays a crucial part in conveying the concept of multiple timelines, which would make sense judging Zack had a pretty big role in Rebirth, world and exploration. The highway airships unlocks in the beginning of the game in a vastly expanded open world, allowing players to discover high-level dangerous areas right away. Wutai features a highly fleshed-out political storyline. Midgar is explorable with deep-ground cameos. Rocket Team appears late game and an underwater area is confirmed. New stories will explore areas that weren't heavily featured in the original game. That's gonna be interesting to see what are those. The wear/job system is unlocked early on. Vincent can toggle beast mode at will with no time limit. Nice. Sid specialized in aerial combat. Both have synergy and abilities. System is revamped from Rebirth to focus deeply fleshing out all characters rather than just choosing favorites. Extra and mini games. Overall number of mini games remain high, but the difficulty is being toned down. Yeah, some of Rebirth mini games were freaking outrageous. That's why you see like certain trophy percentages when it comes to the mini games is so goddamn low. It's not even funny. The iconic Tifa versus Scarlet slap fight is confirmed as a minigame. That's gonna be funny to see. Summons of Knights of the Round are confirmed as being meticulously developed to live up to the epic reputation. Sweet Knights of the Round. I'm curious how that looks. Reno has a new voice actor, and the Turks will receive substantial screen time, particularly in Wutai. If I remember right, there was some bad stuff going on with the original voice actor for Reno, who I believe he was also the voice actor for Axel and Kingdom Hearts. So I think he pretty much got removed. So now they're getting a new voice actor and stuff. I can't remember what was going on. And so I believe his name was Quentin Flynn. Yeah, I can't remember what was the thing that got him in this situation, but yeah, it's unfortunate that Reno's voice is being replaced because his voice fit perfectly in Rebirth and the Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I can understand why they need to change it. Overall, I'm excited for this game to release in the spring. We're probably gonna get more info about it later this year. So yeah, most likely we will. Can't wait to see more. We're gonna wrap up this video with the Xbox segment. Microsoft have been in the news a lot this past couple of days, and some of them are not really good, some are whatever. But yeah, they have been pop up in the news a lot more. But the first thing that was said was Xbox wants to be the number one gaming and entertainment company by 2030, says CEO Asha Sharma. She says, "We'll keep investing, but we got work to do. Blank, we're not in a healthy spot, and so the next 100 days is going to be about resetting the business." That is a understatement and stuff because, like, I believe she revealed the profit margin that Xbox was at. Somebody in the higher up said like Xbox needed at least a 30% margin, and Asha Schumer revealed how much profit margin they were actually at, and they were at 3%, which also include Call of Duty, which is really crazy if that's the case. Because like, what the hell? But it goes on further from there. According to Bloomberg, Xbox plans significant layoffs as it transforms under new CEO. The first major cuts are in July. Xbox is also planning to significantly slash budgets for marketing and some other areas of the business. So, a big layoff, we don't know from which division that's being cut, like what studio is getting hit with the layoffs, but they're going to get hit with layoffs next month, which we don't know how many are they going to be planning to lay off, but it is not looking good because I did saw some people posted after when Asha Schumer became CEO and stuff, and her and Matt Booty was doing interviews during those times, and he said we would never need to do. I'm probably paraphrasing, but he said along the lines like we probably won't ever need a. We're not planning to do any more layoffs at this point in time and stuff. So it's like, okay, well that was a lie, but yeah, it's crazy, especially they removed Gears E Day from the PlayStation platform, which could have been more money for them and stuff. But people are like, they being left out there to suffer, especially uh, people are going to be laying off next month. So we don't know. Like I said, we don't know how many is going to get laid off, but it's going to suck regardless when that shit hits. And when it comes to them saying they were going to reduce the marketing budget and reduce costs, it turns out they spent $20 billion in the last few years for content and platform. That's excluding Activision, but revenue had dropped significantly. It's all bad all the way around when it comes to these guys. Like, even when they said like, oh, when we increased the price of Game Pass, we lost subscribers. That what everybody was saying. Everybody was saying like, bro, Game Pass is kind of fucking you guys over. But no, they say like it's profitable. Like, oh, when Phil Spencer was saying that, he was a liar. Nobody didn't. No one believed him because he he always says something and it always bites him in the ass later. And I have a feeling that's gonna be the same thing that's gonna happen to Asha. Like, right now, she is trying to have this high ground of saying that we want exclusive back and all that and stuff, but I can already see something is gonna happen, and you're going to pivot, and you're just gonna basically retcon all the shit that you're saying right now. Like, it's it's always a thing. It's always a panic pivot situation. Like, even people say right now, like, oh, Gears of War E-Date is never gonna be on PlayStation. They don't believe that because it was the same thing that was said about Starfield. Aaron Greenberg said the exact same thing that, oh, Starfield would never go on PlayStation, and look what happens. It's on PlayStation. So people are not believing that he's saying like, oh, Gears of War E-Date. But I digress. It's up to them to fix their problems and stuff. Don't know when they're going to fix it. Apparently, they said they have 100 days. So we'll see what happens going to next month because they're trying to restart everything. So let's see how they restart. But anyway, that's all I have to say. What do you guys think? You think Xbox is all about the exclusives and stuff and want to get back into fighting in the console market, or were they just pretending with, or are they pretending that this is all good, end up good in the end and stuff? Like, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. This is Storm. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.